Chapter 13. Moving and Living Forward. My family and I took our seats around the large table and cooking area. It's our favorite Japanese steakhouse where they cook Tappen style, and the chef works over a hot grill with multiple clanging spatulas. It's fast and furious and delicious. I ordered my usual Sapporo beer and settled in. My family occupied 5 of the seats, and another family filled the remaining 5. I watched the chef with interest as I fancy myself a decent cook. He readied his tools and the many ingredient containers. From left to right, he wrote down our dinner orders. As he wrote down my order for steak and shrimp, I suddenly likened this to writing down a goal. As he went around the table, he had written and collected 10 goals. I reasoned that if he did well with all 10 goals, he should achieve a large tip. That seems fair. We proceeded through the appetizers, and I watched the chef quickly cook the entrees we eagerly awaited. I noticed that he always cleaned his utensils. He was careful to keep ingredients separate, and he always had the cooktop temperature matching the food he was cooking. But most of all, he never burned the food. In all the chaos of cooking fast and cooking different dishes for 10 people using different meats and vegetables, the one rule that prevented disaster was to never burn the food. It made me think, if we are the chef in our lives, we should never burn our goals with a bad decision, else our goals will taste like something we did not order. Too serious and not fun. Your subconscious mind may shout at you, "This decision-making discipline is making life not fun." This is a perfectly natural feeling, as we humans don't want to think so hard all the time, and we like to have carefree fun. I have thought about this problem by asking the question, how can successful decision-makers have fun and be spontaneous, while also paying close attention to the bigger moments? My answer came to me as I pondered a lady's purple highlighted hair sitting next to me on an airplane. We don't have to be so serious about everything. If we remember our decision size diagram, where we make about 10,000 small decisions each year, 50 medium, and about 1 big decision each year, we can do a lot more with small decisions and have fun doing it. As we learned in Chapter 3, big decisions have the greatest impact on our lives. Medium decisions greatly affect the course adjustments of our lives, and small decisions require a lot of time and energy, but each does not carry significant weight. Thus, we can have fun with decisions by exercising more carefree and creative and spontaneous behavior with the small decisions we make every day. There are so many opportunities. The clothes we wear, what we cook, what we eat, who we call, where we have coffee, what movie we see Friday night. Have fun with these. There is no long-term horrible result when we play with small decisions, and we can look at decisions as a fun experiment. If you want purple hair, do it for fun, just not before a job interview. I've learned to do this with parenting. With my first child, every decision seemed big. With my middle child, I've learned not to sweat the small stuff. When my daughter wanted to double pierce her ears, I thought about the decision sizes, small, medium, and big. Second pierced ears are a small decision because she had already pierced her ears once as a teenager. That was a medium decision at the time. A tattoo at any time in life would be medium. What classes she takes in her junior and senior years in high school are medium because they determine college entrance eligibility. To what universities she applies is a big decision. What she wears or what movies she sees or what colors she adds to her hair on the weekend are small decisions, and I don't spend my parent capital debating the small decisions. I suppose I will need to stick to this discipline when she brings a boy home. I hope I'm ready. Come back to this book. The greatest gift you can give yourself along the way is reassurance that you are approaching your life in the best possible way to get what you want from it. Reassurance makes us feel better, and it acts like a compliment and validation rolled together. Reread some key points in this book on occasion, and review your recent life perspective and decisions you've made. If you are drifting away from some of the discipline, come back to it. If your prime goals need a review, or you need to review the things you wanted to stop and reverse, come back to this book. Yes, each of us will mess up somewhere along the way. We can count on it. However, other people may play a bigger role in derailing our progress. Recognize that you can only drive your car, and you cannot control all the other drivers on the road. Just like we commute to work or school, we have the destination in mind. Regardless of what other people, those crazy drivers on the road, may do, we must be resilient and remain focused upon the destination we desired all along. A new approach for regret. Along our resilient road, we will certainly be bruised by bad decisions that turn to regret with confirmation that we chose poorly. The healthier approach for you to take is to swiftly dispose of regret as it happens. You can do this because you know why it happened and how to prevent it going forward. Okay, so I have regret because of this past decision. The choice that I made at the time was incorrect because I forgive myself. It's water under the bridge. I cannot change it now. I will not carry this regret as baggage. I have learned from it and I am moving forward. Reviewing the success formula waterfall. Our success, our own version, what we want, cascades down a waterfall that goes from awareness, prime goals, to decisions we make, to the dividends from those decisions, the momentum of a series of good decisions, to success. Success is at the end of the waterfall. Let's start at the top and review. Each fundamental we have covered in this book is a stage in this waterfall, cascading downward to pour success over our heads in the way we want it. Awareness. Maintaining an awareness of all decisions is a great start. Carefully handling the biggie decisions affects our life more than anything we do. We need to be aware of the exponential power of these decision categories. Education and expertise. Whom to take as a life partner and when. Having children and when. Our social circle and their influence. Where to travel and live. Our mentors and our career choice. Debt and leverage. Health and lifestyle. Hobbies and activities. Lifetime curiosity. And business partners. We make about one big decision each year, so the opportunities are few to impact your life positively and negatively. We get out of practice of these, so we must be ready. We must be aware. Prime goals. We learn to set goals and distinguish which goals are prime goals. And of those goals, we set a number 1. Then we focus upon these goals in our decision-making process. We always keep in mind what we will not accept. Decisions. Our prime decisions are the decisions that overlap our prime goals. They impact the biggies in our life, and we must be aware of them and take the time and be in the right mindset to make a good decision. Dividends. The power to get what we want fully out of this life comes from decision dividends. Free time, good health, money, freedom, and momentum. These come from prime decisions. These feel fantastic, like having your toes in the sand, the sun on your face, and a pina colada in your hand. Negative dividends create pain, anxiety, regret, and consequences, bringing storm clouds and sharks to your beachfront experience. Momentum. A decision streak speeds up the attainment of our goals because we enjoy momentum when on a streak. Momentum helps us pick up speed and waste less time and effort. And finally, success. This is what you wanted. It's different for every important area of your life. Did you want to be married, live in a big city, travel the world, study abroad, start a business, have a family or 2 golden retrievers? Success is yours to define. If we do these things in the right order, success happens naturally. When we ignore one of them, things get off track. For instance, failing to define your prime goals will lead to drifting into outcomes you don't want. Take a mental picture of the success waterfall, and it will help you imagine the lifelong process you can follow. This is you now. At a fork in the road, you choose wisely. You have abandoned the common decision-making process of trial and error. That unreliable method has been replaced by a more precise personal toolkit. You are much more comfortable in your life plan for 2 primary reasons. 1, you now understand the differences and merits of different types of decisions and are focused mostly on only the most impactful. And 2, with that focus and by achieving better outcomes on the most impactful decisions, you accelerate your pleasant results in life. Your relationships are better formed and understood. Your income sources are stronger, and your achievements will come into focus with newfound efficiency. You are not anxious when decisions present themselves. You walk confidently toward your goals and polish your skill of choosing well among all options. Your results include things you can measure, time saved, less stress, more joy, more momentum, more goals attained, more income earned, greater self-awareness, and a sense of power over your future. You go forward in the world more boldly, hesitate less, take on more, choose more selectively, and are rewarded more often. This is the confident new you. Your decision to read this book will create incredible dividends for you going forward. If possible, share what you've learned with a good friend. Write the next chapter. This is an exciting time for you. Tomorrow, there may be a decision you make differently. Next week, there will probably be a decision you will make differently. Next month, there will be certainly a decision you will make differently. You are ready. By reading this book, you are carrying more knowledge about decisions than 99% of the population, and you can use it to create the life you want. It's challenging and empowering to think about your life as a collection of decisions you will make to affect how it turns out. Thinking about life in phases or chapters is a great perspective. In that mode, we can ask ourselves, how do I want this chapter to go? Like any good writer, we develop each chapter with the end of the book in mind. It is time for me to turn this story over to you. You are now the author of your story from this day forward. I am incredibly excited for you. You can make a fresh start today. I have written every word of this book thinking about you, culminating in how you feel at this moment. I know you can take what we have learned here and help yourself as well as others. I wish for you the very best in life. Please remember that success for you is a personal concept. It is whatever you want it to be, and you do not have to copy other people. Be happy for yourself first, and everyone around you will be happier too. Trust yourself and your new decision-making tools to create momentum toward what you want. You have performed your own decision makeover. Oh, and when you notice a decision is approaching, smile and tell yourself, I've got this.